I mean, it's really difficult to be able to say that one particular player attracted me to Manchester United. I remember when I first became a Manchester United supporter, it was really during the era of the class of '92, you know, and it is a player that there are two players that I really loved so much, you know, that when I saw them in the team, I said, this is the team I'd like to support. One was David Beckham, in no particular order, but one was David Beckham because of his tailor-made passes, his tailor-made crosses. You know, he had that perfect timing, that perfect precision with crossing the ball. He would cross, in fact, Beckham can cross ball to a 9 from number 2 position. You know, once there's a counter and the number 2 is not there, and Beckham happens to be, maybe he ran back to 2, he will not even take the ball from that 2 and run to 7. From that 2, he would look up and throw a tailor-made pass from 2 to the striker who is in 9, and that striker would finish it. So Beckham was the first person, and the second person, of course, you know, is the man they call Chelsea, you know, Paul Scholes. I don't know if I have seen a player who is that hardworking in the EPL, in the history of the EPL. But I am a huge Paul Scholes fan. Paul Scholes is a perfect 8. If a ball comes out of the box 18 back to Scholes, it is a goal. If Paul Scholes takes a shot outside the 18 box, it is a goal. If Paul Scholes mistakenly finds himself in the 18 box when a cross is being taken or there's a rebound, it is a goal. For Paul Scholes, he's just that player. Paul Scholes is that player that would never let a tackle go. He's that player that would sweep you off, take the ball from you without any injury. You know, it's like that player, or it's like that person who is wearing a white shirt, eats soup that has a lot of oil in it, and you will not see one stain on his shirt. So I think those were really two players that first attracted me to Manchester United. So many others, but let me just pick those two. I think, in all of my estimation, I think that the current Manchester United team, only about 3 or 4 players out of that team can actually make the first team of any of the top 4 EPL sides. Honestly, only about 3 or 4 of them can make the first team of Man City. Only about 2 or 3 of them can make the first team of Liverpool. Even only about not more than 5 can make the first team of Chelsea. We don't have the proper crop of players in Man U. I won't lie to you, they are very average to me. There are some players who I think should still be understudying. Some players should still be on the reserve bench in that team. A lot of them, you know, that's my opinion. I think Rashford has too many responsibilities on his back. That number 10 jersey on his back is a waste. It's not the number 10, it's not even a 9. He should be coming off on the bench to come and prove himself 20 minutes to the end. Martial is the laziest center forward or 9 I've ever seen in the world. You can see the dejection on his face when he cannot score a goal. You know, there's no hunger to go back and chase the ball. There's no speed. There's no classical finishing from him. You can't compare him to any of the 3 forwards of Liverpool. You cannot compare him to Aguero or Jesus. You know, you can't even compare him to a Jamie Vardy. You know, so him leading the forefront for a team like Manchester United is totally unheard of. And then go on to so many other players who are highly overrated. Scott McTominay is highly overrated. Matip, slow, you know, it's like a player who is playing on the field using a walking stick. Maguire was heavily, I have always said it, right from when they went to bid for Maguire, £80 million is a waste of money from him. Honestly, Maguire is not worth more than £45 million. And I think he needs a physiotherapist to work on his waist. Why is he so slow in turning, as if it's Matrix? You know, why is he so slow? Is he having waist problem? He's slow to turn around, he's slow to recover. Lindelof is off. Lindelof is being used in the wrong position. I don't think Lindelof was ever bought as a central defensive player. Lindelof, when he was brought in, I think he was brought in more as a right back or so. is off his position. He needs training on how to really play a 5. So very few players actually have, you know, what it takes to make Manchester United a winning side. I think the worst will continue to do is that 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and so position. If we really need to win the Champions League, if we need to get back to the Sir Alex Ferguson days, we need the proper crop of players in that team, and some are there who are title-winning players. You know, when you talk about the types of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, wonderful right back. You know, sensible, plays with his sense. The boy is good going forward, good coming back. His recovery rate is great and is wonderful, beautiful. You talk about Bruno Fernandes, one of the best buys that we have had in Manchester United in the last 5 years. Bruno Fernandes is a genius on the ball. He knows when to cross, he knows when to pass, he knows when to hold on to the ball. You know, he's good. Paul Pogba still has a lot to do. Paul Pogba's problem is not physical, it's mental. You know, he still needs to be given a lot more responsibility, and he needs to be told that his mind needs to be in Manchester United. And of course, our keeper, David De Gea, still one of the best in the world. You know, it's okay for a player to make a mistake, a keeper to make a mistake once or twice in a while. But if not for David De Gea, trust me, would have been one of the favorite relegation threatening sides by now. So. Okay, the departments that I would like to improve in Manchester United, if given the chance, I think we need natural wingers. You know, I don't know what's going on. We really do need people from the flanks. When you check a club like Man City, what's the first thing that you notice? You know, you see a Raheem Sterling playing from the left-hand side, and you see a Riyad Mahrez playing from the right-hand side, and at times they interchange. You know, the two of them with De Bruyne in the middle are always able to walk the ball for either Jesus or Aguero in front. You know, and then they now have a Bernardo Silva who just roams around the team, and that's the natural play. We don't have that type of player who can do magic from the right wing and the other type who can do magic from the left wing. We bought a Daniel James who is coming there to come and play high school football. Daniel James is not a Manchester United material type of player. Daniel James should be in West Brom or West Ham or one of the where. That is where he should be. It's not ripe to play in that particular team. We don't have a natural left-footed player. Forget it. We're just gambling with all of the players that we have. We have too many midfield players who play similar positions. We have too many of them. We have Juan Mata, we have Paul Pogba, we have Bruno Fernandes, we have Fred, we have this, we have that, all hustling for the same position. And in order just, you know, to at times make them fill other positions, we now deploy them there. If they are not naturally players of those positions, then forget it, it's not working. So we need the two flanks, we need a natural 7 and a natural 11, and we need a top 9. We need a top 9. Honestly, the highest Martial can get is a supporting striker, be a number 2 striker to the main man. We need a top 9. We need the type of top 9 that can give us 25, 30 goals in a season. We need that. We need it like no man business. You know, it's paramount that we need an Aubameyang. We need a Mohamed Salah. We need a player in that particular realm. You know, those 3 positions are very, very, very important. Right flank, left flank, top 9. And then we need a world-class central defender. Somebody from either Italy, Spain, or Germany who can best be described as a hired killer. Somebody that when you see him at the back, you are even scared to come near him, not to talk of wanting to dribble him. You know, remember the times when we had Vidic. Remember the times when we had Yapstan. Remember the prime days of Rio Ferdinand. When you tackle them, your bone will tell you that you have met a block. We need that type of central defender. And then, you know, either of Maguire or Lindelof or Bailly or Smalling or whoever we have can now partner that person depending on who does best. Then we need to settle our left position. We cannot continue to deal with so many injuries of Shaw and you know, the lack of experience of Brandon Williams. We cannot do that. You know, you play 3 games well and you spoil 2 games. No, we can't do that. We need to bring, you know, the time when we had the likes of Dennis Irwin, when we had Patrice Evra, you know, someone I'm saying, when that wing was not even leaking at all. So we need to go back to those days, get a number 3. I think if we cover those positions for this season, we should be able to see good results.